Hey guys, today I'm gonna be talking about the Hunter Leaf Quest, the ancient petrified leaf stuff. And I'm just gonna be doing it without any script this time, see how it goes. So, you get the leaf from Majordomo, which probably most of you know, and then you have to get the black sinew from Onyxia to make the bow and the staff weapon things, but that's not important. What the important part is that you have to fight alone against 4 demons out in the world of Azeroth. In my opinion, this quest was really fun. It was really hard to do. It was quite a challenge. I set out the challenge to myself to do it completely alone without any buffs and without a lot of potions. What I ended up using was a mana potion, I think, for every boss fight, but the smaller ones. Now let's just recap. There are 4 demons out in the world of Azeroth that you have to kill for the leaf guys, for the, I don't know, dead wood guys. They're just hanging out in Fellwood. There's 4 of them. Each one has his own weakness. They tell you to do it alone, even though you can have buffs, you can have pots, you can have some other cheese with Solenor at the end. You can have a warlock cheese you, but we'll get to that. And yeah, so the first guy is in Winterspring, called Artorius the Amiable. He's a Tauren just patrolling around the northern part. He turns into Artorius the Doombringer. He's a blue Doombringer type mob. He's the first one I killed, and he was pretty big of an asshole, to be frank. His whole shtick is he's really weak to Serpent Sting, meaning your Serpent Sting does a lot more damage to him than usual. But if he gets within like maybe, I don't know, 25 yards of your range or something like that, he will curse you with a magic. Well, it's not really a curse if it's magic, but he will give you a debuff that turns you into a blue Doombringer mob yourself, and you will take massive shadow damage with each tick, and it lasts for like 30-40 seconds, meaning you will die from it. Absolutely you will. So you have to kite him with Aspect of Chira. You are approximately his speed, so it's not a big issue to kite him, but the big issue here is that you have to go through all of northern Winterspring, and there's a lot of level 57, 56 mobs around there that will aggro you and they will daze you. He will catch up and you will turn into this blue Doombringer that you'll see. Next up we have in the Burning Steppes Kilnfriend the Crazed. He's actually disguised as a human called Franklin the Friendly, and he patrols just south of the road that leads to Blackrock Mountain. He turns into a Felguard type mob. He hits relatively hard, and he periodically enrages. That's his sort of thing. He enrages, dealing massive damage, and he dispels everything off of him when he does so, except red buffs like Wink Clip. He does dispel all poisons and all magic, so you won't be able to kite him or dot him or anything like that, but you have to keep in mind that he is weak to your maximum rank Scorpid Sting. Now this is maximum rank only, so if you use rank 1, you won't get an extra debuff on him. That debuff makes him deal 350% less damage. And that's really cute because you can just Scorpion Sting him, let him get in range, melee him for a bit, for like 10 seconds, when clip him, start kiting, and then he will enrage, dispelling the Scorpion Sting. You have to reapply the Scorpion Sting, go into melee, rinse and repeat. He's probably the easiest fight. You just have to get used to the whole weaving in and out of melee with him. Otherwise you'll spend crazy amounts of mana. And I don't think for this fight you even need one mana potion. I might have used one, I am not sure. The fight did take me a while. Yeah, probably around 5 minutes, but each mob was around 5 minutes. Maybe the last guy was a bit more, around 7. But yeah, he's pretty easy. Scorpion Sting is his weakness, and as you can see, you just weave in and out, and he's, yeah, trivial. So moving on, we have Simone, the Inconspicuous. She's patrolling as a troll around Ngoro, around the hot springs part, especially near the pools. I find her usually near the pools. She transforms into Simone the Seductress, which, she's pretty easy too. She gives you a debuff that reduces your ranged attack power by 1500, something like that. So a lot. You won't have any ranged attack power fighting her. She also has a pet dog that transforms into a fellhound, and you cannot break the leash on them. So if you trap the pet and you pull Simone way back, the pet will eventually come, or if he loses aggro, Simone will reset as well. I haven't found a way to cheese that side, so I just went with the tactic of just trapping Simone in nice block and kiting the pet first, just as I have kited Artorius. So pretty similar. You kite the pet just as you do Artorius, keep Serpent String and just aspect of the cheetah, run around, kill him, and then when you get to Simone has a weakness to Viper Sting. So what Viper Sting will do is she will get silenced. She casts Chain Lightning a lot whenever she gets to do it, which is whenever she doesn't have Viper Sting on herself. That's when she'll cast. But yeah, as you can see, you just also involves a bit of weaving in and out of melee range, because you don't have any ranged attack power, so you won't really kill her with ranged attacks. You'll kill her with melee attacks. As soon as she starts casting, I hit her with a Viper Sting, and then I let her get close. I go into melee range with her, strike her 3 or 4 times while trying to run away. At the same time I'm trying to run away, but I'm not wink clipping her because I'm saving mana. And when she stops to cast, you will be able to gain enough distance so you can throw another Viper Sting on her, and that will be the time when you go back in, strike her with your sword or whatever for a couple more times, rinse and repeat. And yeah, she was really easy, probably around the same, maybe a bit harder because of the pet than Kilnfriend, but still easy. So next up we have Solenor, the asshole. He was quite a challenge. What his deal is he's weak to rank 3 Wink Clip. What rank 3 Wink Clip does is it roots him, but also keep in mind that when he is rooted, he will start casting this instant fear type spell that he has. What it does is it does around 600 to 700 shadow damage to you instantly and fears you for 4 or 5 seconds. And it's pretty painful because you have to tank a lot of shadow damage. If he does that a couple of times, you're probably dead. And also you get a chance to get feared into bugs. Well, which bugs? There's a lot of bugs in Silithus, but also he constantly spawns small swarm scarabs called doom creepers, something like that. They spawn in cluster of 2 or 3, maybe even 4 sometimes, and they can be AoE down. They're basically die to anything, but yeah, there's a lot of them. He really spawns a lot of them. And what I decided to do is, since I was doing this without any help, I decided that I'm gonna try and abuse the terrain and not use any shadow protection potions, not use any health potions, nothing like that. I'll just use mana potions and try to abuse the terrain as best I could. That strategy really turned out fairly nice for me. In the end, I managed to kill him. It took me around 5 hours of just trying, maybe less, but it took me a while. I was just grinding him. I ran out of water once. I almost ran out of arrows. And yeah, you can just see what I did, how I did it. It was pretty intense and pretty difficult, but I managed to do it at the end, only using one superior mana potion or whatever it's called. Only one mana potion, no buffs, no warlock, no nothing. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. The whole chain was very, very fun. And it was quite an experience. So this is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this sort of stuff, feel free to subscribe and share. Sharing really helps a lot. And see you in the next one. Stinkfist out.